Hi folks, and welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, today I'm going to show you how we're going to make adjustable leg systems for things like camping and fishing equipment. There's all sorts of uses that you could come up with for this sort of thing, but that's what I do, so that's what this is going to be about. As you can see, I've already started this one, and I'll just undo the knob and the leg moves freely up and down. Do it back up and it's locked off. And really, it's as simple as that. Except you have to use one of these things, which is a threaded insert or a Rivnut, in order to be able to do the job. And again, you'd think that was a fairly simple sort of thing to do, but let me show you the pitfalls of trying to do it in aluminium. If I take this scrap piece of aluminium here, I've drilled a hole big enough for the Rivnut to go in, and you could put it in this way around, but of course that would mean you couldn't then get the leg in. Of course, you could always fit it that way around and then the leg would fit in. The problem then is you have to tighten this up and squash it a little bit flat around the collar there to make it sit in there. And you've got no means of doing that from this side. It just doesn't work properly. So here's the trick. This is the second half of the leg system I was making over there. And as you can see, I've already put the Rivnut in, but we have to now put a bolt through there and make it deform. It's not quite as simple though as making a bolt. What you have to do is to create a 12mm hole in the back, and your tool, which we're about to make, as I say, goes in through there. So to make the Rivnut insertion tool, as you can see, these are the component parts. I'm using 6mm Rivnuts, and so I've got a 6mm bolt, which is about 75mm long. 3 normal washers. These are called hexagon couplers, and normally they would be threaded on the inside. Again, I bought 6mm couplers, but I've drilled the insides out to 6.5mm in order that they'll slide on the shaft of the bolt, as you see. Got 2 of them. Both of them have been drilled through at 6.5mm, so they're a sliding fit on the shaft, as I said. And finally, we need one of these things. This is a star washer, and that's a very important part. Don't miss this off the tool. So now let's assemble the tool. Take your washers, put them onto the bolt. Same with the 2 couplers, and the same with the star washer. And that is your Rivnut insertion tool. Okay. So now you've got the tool, you need to know how to use it. So, as I showed you before, I've inserted the Rivnut into the piece. Take the tool, pass it through that 12mm hole in the back, and just tighten the thing down so it's finger tight. Need to push against that and hold it occasionally just to make sure nothing moves. Okay, now finger tight. The next thing you need is a spanner. That fits onto the coupler here, and you just lock it in place with this hand. If you don't have a battery operated screwdriver, one of these wrenches, put it on and just do it up in the usual way. Personally, I use a nut spinner on the battery operated drill. Put it on here, and I'll try and hold it up here so you can see, and then it's just a question of gently tightening the bolt. As you see, we've got a deformed Rivnut, didn't take much pressure, and we're good to go. Just remove the tool, and you can, let's use this as a leg, fit it in, take a knob, and that's it. One nice solid leg. Of course, for that demonstration we had the leg coming up through, but you could just as easily, if you wanted to use square stop, insert that way, and now you've got an extending leg like so. So that's really all there is to it then, folks. Next time you go out fishing and camping, you can make sure that all of your items like seats or tables or chuck boxes or anything else are always level and stable. No excuses anymore, eh? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, if you liked it, click the button. If you want to subscribe, you can. Until the next time, bye for now.